this is talking about curiosity and failures. In my job and when mentoring people, you know, one of the questions I always ask is aren't you a little bit curious about how this works? I think I probably have an extreme case of curiosity because I'm kind of curious what makes it work, but very often I learn a lot more by what makes it not work than what makes it work. Because a lot of times if you do something that works, you're just lucky. But when something doesn't work or goes wrong, you learn a lot. You know, here's my favorite one with the mousetrap, right? It's like sometimes you have these problems that keep showing up, and you got to solve them, and they kick your butt, and you're kind of dazed, and you sit down and you got to try it again. It's like, okay, well, at least next time I'm going to wear a helmet, you know, and see if this comes out a little bit better. And then there's judgment. Sometimes you do something and it was just plain stupid, right? You know, here's the oven in our house is brand new, and I, you know, was doing some car work and I needed to like cure the paint on an exhaust system. So, you know, my wife walks in and she looks in a brand new oven, and there is me, you know, with smoke coming out of the oven with me curing the paint. Probably something I'm not going to do again. But again, I learned a lot for that. I mean, nobody died and we didn't burn the house down, but probably could make better decisions. You know, this was probably the highlight of my life in medical devices. This is patient, his name is Andrew here. And so this would have been 2 years ago. He was implanted with a product that I worked on. I don't know if you can barely see it. The physician's holding it in his hands here, but this is Harmony, and we're going to talk a little bit about this device. But this is a new valve for his heart. But you know, he is a 21-year-old heavy equipment mechanic out in Fresno. And, you know, he couldn't get to work. He was short of breath. Things were not going well for him. He got to Harmony. He comes back a year later. He's smiling. He's excited. You know, he's getting married. This is his fiance that's next to him. You know, again, a life-changing event. The bit of irony on this is he was one of 20 valves we put in, but they were difficult to put in. So we went back to the design and changed the design. So at some level, again, depending on the lens you're looking at it, if you're looking at it this way, it's like, Joff, man, you know, you could have made that valve better. You know, you could have made it easier to go in. And it's like, yeah, I could have, but we would have been a year or a year and a half later. But from Andrew's view, he's like, dude, thanks for doing that. Thanks for pushing to get it here, because my life is forever changed because of that valve. So again, you know, careful with your failures. Always be curious. Don't beat yourself up. You know, my favorite thing to teach people is, you know, well, it was just a bad idea on the way to a good one.